Hello, everybody, and welcome to Podcast Now. Welcome to Gamescast Now Live, Episode 2. It's hard for me to actually say that because I haven't been saying it quite often. First thing I want to make sure when I start this, or for this video, we're going to be talking about NHL 20. We're going to be talking about the features, all the new stuff in this game. But I want to make sure, firstly, that the audio works. I'm holding this microphone up to my face. Hopefully the audio, the sound, is coming through the microphone and not something else. But we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully you guys can let me know as people join. But let's talk about NHL 20. Now, this is a game that I am very, very excited about, which is surprising because over the last couple of years of these NHL games, I have not been excited for them at all. I've really dropped off of them, and it's mainly because year after year you see these very, very small changes, or you see them work on things that I wasn't necessarily even worried about. There were things that I was worried about that was never fixed about them, and now it looks like they're really fixing it. Double audio, oh dear. Is that really true? Echo. Oh no. Okay, hold on. This is why we do these things. So hold on there. So I'm gonna turn this off. Now can you guys still hear me? Am I still being picked up? Aviator, you let me know. And Anthony. Hello, Anthony. This is going to be a choppy part of the beginning of the video. Again, we're going to be talking about NHL 20, all the gameplay things, but I want to make sure it's great. No. What? It's great now. Sweet. Okay. All right. So we're going to look at the comments in a couple seconds. I'm going to go back and forth. I'm not going to ignore the comments as much as I did last time. NHL 20 seems to be looking super, super good. Hopefully,
with the introduction of RPM tech in NHL 19,
what I like
delivered a revolutionary new
gameplay
skating engine
is that they
overhauled control and responsiveness in our
go
skating.
over that the last
in NHL 20,
game wasn't
we're using
good.
the same
Now,
cutting-edge
normally with
technology.
these things, they don't talk about anything of the last game. They normally say like, well, we did this, we revolutionized this, we had these features in, and now we're doing this new stuff.
Deliver
this
RPM
game,
tech benefits
firstly,
to the
these
stick,
new
resulting
shots,
in unprecedented improvements to shooting,
they're using based
pickups,
off of all the stuff
upper and
they
lower
basically
body fluidity,
in NHL 19.
and goaltender
this
animation.
looks real. This looks good. The goalie
Thanks to
thing in
RPM
that
Tech
one doesn't look
2.0,
so good.
NHL 20
but
now
all
looks,
the shots,
feels,
I'm
and plays
very
better up and down the
impressed with the shots and like the body,
in NHL 20,
body
with a complete
language
overhaul to
of
shooting
these
animations
players.
and the
Like,
introduction of signature shots.
Legit.
Every
You
shot.
can see like in this shot, like it looks.
Overhaul
like
to shooting
Burns
animations
one.
and
These
introduction
look
of signature
legit.
shots.
They lift their legs up, and what I like about it, video audio is louder than you. Wait, you can hear the video? Oh, well, there, I turned the video down. I didn't even know the video was on there. We'll put it super low. Did they upgrade the trade value system for NHL 20 for franchise mode? I don't know. All they really talked about so far is this gameplay and that the game exists and that they're working on celebrations. Now, I'm not a fan of them talking about the celebrations. I don't really care about the celebrations. I care about like how the game actually functions. And you see Stamkos, like it just looks real. Like he goes on his knee. Everything acts a little bit more real than it does, or than it did before. But we're gonna get to, like, I think right now is when they're talking about the signature shots. This is interesting because they did this in Madden, and I just had a preview go up today, or whenever you guys are watching this, talking about Madden 20 and how they're literally doing the exact same thing. But Madden, I think they're doing it better. They're making it like abilities, like power-ups you use in each game based on like dominant players. So if you're like a quarterback, a really good quarterback, say like Patrick Mahomes, you can use like some sort of like bomb throw kind of thing, and you unlock that if you do like a certain task in the game. But it makes you feel like you're more of that player, and different players have that. It could be a defensive player, it could be a running back, it could be a quarterback, it could be, it could be whatever. They're doing that here. They want to make it so that the shots feel like the players. So Subban's shot has like a a thud to it. Ovechkin's is like seamless, like how easy it is. We'll see. I feel like it's harder to make you feel like you're a good player in hockey than it is football. I honestly don't really know the reason. I don't even know how I would want them to do it, but that's just the case. And, this is actually kind of funny because I can't hear them, but you can hear them. Here's the good thing, though. Right here, they literally are showing NHL 19. And, like, these were the pathetic plays you would see in 19 where, like, they get it, and then he measly backhands it over there. or like right here, and then like the puck doesn't stay, or this. They're talking about like missed shots, how they would take shots even though it would be a very bad scoring chance. I like this. They're actually making fun, and not even making fun. They are criticizing. They are critiquing themselves and saying, "Look, this was bad." Let's quickly look at anything else. The graphics look exactly like Madden and FIFA. I always think FIFA looks the best, but NHL looks okay. It doesn't look amazing. None of the sports games honestly do. Madden tends to look pretty okay. And like, look, so missed shots. But now, like they don't. And like that, right there. If you now again, this is only for hockey people, so I hope people that are watching this video, especially later on, are only watching it for hockey. But you see Crosby, like that looks like a legit backhand. His hands, how he lifts the stick, how it actually looks like there's weight to it, and the puck moving, like that looks like a legit backhand. That, I mean, that's just a normal kind of play. This one's really impressive. So this is like when that puck is coming across very, very fast. You know how players just in the real NHL or just in real hockey, you know, they'll kind of stick their stick out and it'll just kind of deflect right in. You know, it's kind of like a poke thing. Like right there, very, like just a soft little backhand that kind of directs it in. That is very cool. Or then now they're talking about in that one, like if you get the shot, or I think they'll say in a second, if you get the shot in the wrong angle, it'll affect how your player actually takes the shot. So if you get a bad pass and you still shoot, you won't make those stupid-looking shot animations like you did in the last game, but you're going to have to aim a little bit better if your player's not good at their accuracy or they're not good in, like, power. It's not going to be a very good shot, but at least they will shoot it. But it all depends on how you get the puck. Same thing right there. Like, that is literally... Look how good. I mean, that's a nice toe drag in the first place. A toe drag backhand and then a nice actual lift. Like, that is a real NHL thing. So I'm very happy about this game. I mean, it looks really good. And they improved goalies, which the goalies, I mean, we'll talk about in a second. This is where they talk about how, you know, depending on where you get it, it's not going to be the greatest shots in the world. But if you lay it on the right spot like they do here, which they show across and in, if you do a really good pass across and then you shoot it, then you're going to do good. Also, something to note, you guys can't see it, but this bottom, Dallas Rangers, it's a new way of doing it. They're ending their thing with Doc and Mike, and so this is the new way of them showing scores. I like it. It's kind of clean. It's not like up here in the corner taking up so much room. It's kind of just in this bar down here. Looks fine. Maybe they'll change it, but I'm not sure. But there you go. Like, that's like a really good shot. That's kind of just like, I mean, again, it's more realistic, right? That's another one of those cool backhands. I think definitely look good. That's one of those in between the leg things. That's showing like McKinnon will actually do it. The transitions, like how fast or how well you're able to actually move your player. And again, look, NHL 19, they're going and they have to get the puck and they have to stop. They're supposed to be going this way, the ideal trajectory. They're supposed to be cutting across. Instead, they're like the AI is just broken. They're not going the right way. And then they have to turn. Same thing with like Eichel here, which is funny. But now, like, watch this. Like, they just move. It's constant, and like they can make a quick turn. Really good, really seamless. Even this Kane, that was in a backhand, so he had to slow down a little bit to get it, but he could still, you know, it could still go. So really, really good. And then even the intelligent saves for the good old goaltenders. This is okay. I mean, this is, again, they're showing in NHL 19 that if you made a bad shot, the goal, or like, you know, the goalies were not good at doing this. But now I like this, and they'll actually kick the puck across, or they'll show it here. Price will literally deflect the puck into a corner. They're more aware of the puck. That's what I think they're saying literally right here. And with Dubnyk, they're more aware of where the puck is on the ice. So you're not going to get those stupid things where they just completely lose the puck, don't know what they're doing. I mean, now they're going to be, and these are cool animations. Or like Volpe there. I mean, that was a goal, I think. Because now they're going past everything. But stopping the play, like recognizing where the puck's going, this is good. Like, I'm very, very happy that this is actually the case. I like hockey, only watch hockey, not always a cat about it. Yep. I love hockey. I've been very, very disappointed over the past couple NHL games. I've bought them still. I still have them. I've asked EA. You know, I've been in contact with them for NHL 20. I want it. I want to be able to play it. I'm just critical on it. I love this franchise. I love the sport. I love the game. And so, yeah, I'm going to be hard on it because I want it to be good. I want the game to actually be really good. So if it sucks, I'm going to point it out. I'm still going to buy it. I bought the last 10 NHL games. This will be my 11th NHL game in a row. So it's not like I don't support them. I do it. Now, this is the kind of cocky thing where they literally the revolutionary skate system. What I will say about that is it did do that. It was an actual good skate system. Like, I liked how they move, and now that's what they're saying, that they're adding it into their stick tech and that their shots and all that kind of stuff. So they're using the technology of last year to improve the other features in the game. But yeah, I mean, like, this is good. This is honestly what I want to see. Everything, the big things. And in NHL, it seems like there's so many things wrong with the in-game product that you want them to fix. But the thing with NHL is they're kind of all grouped into really big things. So like fixing the stick and fixing the transitions, the explosive transitions, which let's go back to. Fixing this stuff is like this will fix a lot of those smaller issues along with the main ones, which is kind of this like the explosive transitions, as they're saying, like the character will go into the wall instead of keep going. That's like a big thing in transitions in hockey or in the game is a big thing. But like by fixing it, especially with this Marchand thing, this spin right here, how he's able to recognize and turn on the fly, that is the minor things in the game that because they're changing transitions, it'll fix all this stuff. The goalie stuff should fix a lot of the cheap goals, a lot of the bad rebounds, which they talked about. The contextual shots, the signature shots, I think it's just to give it more personality. It's just to make it so that the best players act like the best players. The problem with that is like if you do be a GM mode or franchise or whatever and you play multiple years, a lot of times you end up playing as people that aren't even in the NHL yet, and so you don't really even know what makes them special. Do we know what makes even people in this year's draft special? Some of them, yeah, like the top couple, but like in the later rounds, if there's like a hidden gem, do we know what makes them good? Do we know what makes 3 years from now their players good? No, we can only use it on players right now, which I guess is fine if you're playing it. If you're playing as Eichel, I want to feel as Eichel. If you're playing as Crosby or McDavid, I mean, McDavid better be the most fun character in the world to play in this game with all the changes they've made. It's great that they're adding in what players do, the mannerisms and other features. Exactly. Do you think they could put it off for a few years? No, yeah. I mean, Aviator, I've talked about this with sports games forever, and I'll read Anthony's thing after. I've been a petitioner of not wanting not like NHL games. It's tough because like sports games, I'm more okay with annualization because I just feel like I don't know. I constantly want to be playing these games. But like a game like Assassin's Creed, I want them to take their time off. I think these games like this video, how good this video was, and this was just a year of them working. If you did this and you took 2 years off and then you came back with like a 5-minute video and the game was just not only these changes radically different, but then you also had like 5 more. Notice that I believe there's 5 things. I talked about this in Madden that every time they always introduce 5 things they want to do in any sports game, and I'm right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 things they want to improve upon. There would be 10. There'd be 10 things. It would look better. The arena, the people would look better. The animations, the players' faces, they would all look better. Taking off a year, making these games every 2 years would work absolute wonders. But it's EA. And I don't want to say anything bad because I don't want to be like blacklisted. But it makes them a lot of money. All these sports games because of that EASHL, the card trading system. And with Madden and FIFA, I mean FIFA makes them like $1 billion. So like you can't take a year off of that because they're just gonna lose way too much money, you know. Is NHL 20 gonna have a hit stick future for defensemen like man for players on defense? Hit stick. What's up, milkshakes? Hit stick future for defensemen. I don't know what that means. Like man for players on defense. Hit stick feature. Here's the thing. Here's what's not in this. The penalties. The penalties in these games have always been... There's Darlene way off on the wrong side, everybody. There's Sheary. I like the use of Buffalo, even though I don't like that they get scored on quite often. When it comes to this, I don't even remember what I was saying. Defenseman. Oh, the penalties. Um, these are great things. These 5 things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fantastic. However, the penalties in these games suck, and if you press the wrong button, it's pretty much like taking a penalty just by pressing the button. If you play PlayStation, the X button is not lifting the stick; it is the slashing penalty. R1 poke check is the tripping penalty. So if you hit R1, you're getting a tripping penalty. If you hit X, you're getting a high sticking penalty or a slashing penalty. One of those two. They're just penalty buttons at this point. They're not actually things. So I like this stuff. This is great. But will the stick? I mean, okay, they're fixing the sticks and receiving the puck and shooting. Does that mean that if I'm trying to defend against somebody, that they improve that? Because a couple of years ago, they improved upon the whole when you're battling in front of the net. I wonder if we can see that in like a gameplay. Is there like the Stamkos part? Yeah. You can kind of see it here with Subban. You'll see right here, like this front thing. They fixed this where you can tie up the sticks so you can like block and stuff. This is cool. I liked this feature. I like that you can even take control of this guy and have like a mini battle with the other person for as long as you want, basically, as long as the puck's moving around. I like that. So that's something they did try and fix. But now with all these stick features, I see these guys trying to block the shots. I don't really know. This is Ottawa, so this is why they're so bad. I don't know if they fixed literally being able to use the stick on somebody else. Hopefully, they fix that. But I actually don't see. I mean, they don't have it enough. They don't have play. I mean, there's Ristolainen with his back turned. That's why he's getting traded. He's getting traded probably within the next week or two. I don't know what they're going to do with that. Like, I really hope that penalties are fixed, but I don't like. Will the transitions help? Because the only thing that I see that'll help penalties are contextual shots. I mean, if they're going to take shots in better angles, will they not lift their stick and slash them when they're not supposed to? Like, are they smarter now, the players? Because if they're going to take shots, never miss a chance. If they're going to take shots when they feel like it's the most opportune and they're not going to like let a chance pass them, does that mean like the AI is smarter where they will then like not do stupid stuff? I don't see it I mean, literally, they're just showing you dangling, going around people. You're never seeing anybody actually, do a defense. And that's the thing here. That's another thing here. Mainly, this is all offense. The stick thing, signature shots, contextual shots, transition is going into the offense, right, or working the puck around. Intelligent saves are your goalies, but none of these things have to do with defense. How good is the AI at reading opportunities in the zone? Look, all right, like, I mean, actually, so far, all we've seen is players do the dumbest things in the world, right? We're seeing people block a lot of we're seeing people, there's Darlene not having a clue what to do. I mean, they haven't really shown much here. You just see people pass each other a lot. You're not really seeing people be defensive. Again, there's only like one defenseman there. So they're not really showing anything of a defensive aspect. Like, is my AI still going to drive me insane because they suck? Or will my goalies, because they're a little bit better and they kind of can reckon, even though they're showing a lot of goals here, will the goalies being a little bit better be able to just make more saves to maybe bail out the AI that doesn't know what it's doing? I mean, yeah, because they just keep showing like Ristolainen's not even facing the right way. But you see a lot of blocking. You don't see a lot of like stick things, like defense. Obviously, you're literally seeing stick things right now, but you're not seeing. I like it. I really like, for the most part, I like it, but it is going to be easier to use it more accurate draft class instead of randomly generated draft classes and be a GM. Well, okay, yeah. I hope, and then aviators, what other features do you think they could add? I hope that they always improve upon those GM franchise modes. They always do. Sometimes it's a lot less than others. Some years they won't talk about it at all leading into it, and then it'll be like 10 times improved. and then other times you think that maybe it should be improved a lot, and it's barely. When they added the thing where you could be like the owner and you could like do costs and you could add like vending machine, or you could like do the food and arena costs. That year was awful. I thought that was such a huge addition, like they added so much, but in terms of the actual GM stuff, like all the numbers and the screens and being able to manage everything, they did next to nothing, and it still sucked. But then I think this last year is really good. I think it's pretty darn solid. But they always improve upon it. So I think I think those modes will be fine. I think the drafting and all that stuff, I think they work on them decently. It's like every other year. Actually, well, if it's every other year, this year will suck. Next year will be good. And then, yeah, things I want them to add. I still want goalies to be smarter. I want the ice to be smaller. Look at this ice. Look at it. Here's the play. I don't know how many of you watch hockey, or if you guys are watching the video afterwards. This is a good point. Anybody who knows hockey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. This is a penalty for Ottawa, so penalty kill power play. So there's only 9 people. It doesn't make my point as well. Look at the room. Look at how much room they have. Look, there's like hundreds of feet here. Not really, but it honestly looks like an Olympic-sized hockey arena, or it looks bigger than that. And these games have always had that problems where it's like, do you give us so much room to feel like we can move around and do fancy things, or really, do you cut it in half? Do you make it half as big to make it realistic? Because realistically, you could probably, if you stacked these guys up, they should take about the entire width of an arena. If you put them across, they should take most of it. Where if you were to in the middle of the game for some reason have all 5 of your guys stand at the line, the other team shouldn't necessarily be able to walk right through because there shouldn't be that many gaps. If you put all of these guys across the line, you will still have like half of it left. Because I just feel like it's to let you move around with the puck more. It's more exciting. It's harder if you're in close, because then it's a lot of very small movements and a lot of puck things, a lot of cycling and spinning, and defensemen having to stick with you. It's a lot more realistic, but I think in terms of like a simulation video game, it's firstly entirely different than what they've built, so we'll never get that. That is a dream goal of mine, though, is that what I would want. But I want the goalies to be better. I want the players to not take stupid penalties anymore. But other than that, I want the ice to shrink. Maybe they'll be able to do that on next gen. That's honestly my wish there. Extreme NHL, no pads, no helmets. Yeah. Oh, that's what the NHL 3s are, is that you could basically do anything you want. Do you hope the scouting is much better, more accurate? Yeah, scouting is something. Scouting has never been good in these GM modes. They've never been good. You kind of just like put your scouts to where there's the most players, and I never feel like, when you draft a player and you can find those gems, or like you can just get the elite starters or whatever, or the elite players or whatever, like you can build an insane team. If you have enough draft picks and you just pick like the best players or whatever, you can build a team because you just kind of know stuff. But I feel it's not really rewarding, because I don't feel like it's because of my scouts that I know so much about these players that I'm getting the best player. Finding those gems in the 4th, 5th, 6th round, like, they happen from time to time, but I don't feel like they happen enough where it's like I feel like because I put these specific people in the specific area to scout these specific players, that's why I know so much more about them, and that's why I know that I'm getting a gem, a player that's going to be super good that nobody else knows about. That doesn't really happen in these games. They're trying, but it's never reached it. So I don't think it'll be massively fixed, but I think that one day that's something we could want, or something we could get. This game looks good. The goalie thing is the thing, and honestly, besides like the stick tech, all of it, I'd say the stick stuff, the contextual shots, the transitions, and the goalie saves. But the goalie saves, I feel like, have the most room to really make the game better overall. The transitions, I'd say maybe the stick stuff is the second highest thing that'll just really improve the overall quality of the game. But yeah, I think that's about it, though, guys. So thank you, as always, for watching. Again, we're trying things different here. So if you guys have watched the Until Dawn video I did last week, you guys are watching this. We're trying to do this once a week. I know, not a lot of people join these live streams, but they're also meant to be videos after the fact for people watching it now. But if there's anything you guys want me to do to improve upon this stuff, definitely let me know. I hope the audio is, I guess it's a lot better. So we got this figured out. So we're going to start using mics for this. It should definitely help us out. And then all that's left now is to do camera stuff. So hopefully I can hook up my actual good camera and use that to see my face instead of the laptop one. So hopefully we're going to keep getting better every single time. Saturday, we're going to be back to play Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. That'll be a live stream, giveaway live stream. And so we're very excited to do that. And then next week, I'll be back to do this again. And then also Christy and I will be playing Ultimate Alliance 3 again. Okay, so thank you guys. I really do appreciate it, even though there's very few of you that join us for this. Aviator, Milkshakes, especially you guys. Thanks, as always, honestly, for watching. Anybody else, also, really do appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope to see you guys on the future live streams. And anybody watching this in video form, definitely thank you for watching as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video.